Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be making it so that our VS Code is properly configured for Ruby on Rails 8 development. We're going to be adding a number of extensions and a number of gems, and in this video you're going to be able to format your code so that it goes from looking like this to just looking like this when you actually save the file. All these extensions and gems should save you quite a lot of time when you're developing with Rails, so without further ado, let's get started. So open up your Visual Studio Code and then you can do Control Shift and X, and then inside of here it'll bring you to the extensions, or you can simply just click on this extensions button here. And the first extension that we're going to be installing is called Ruby, so hit enter and search up Ruby, and we're looking for the extension that is made by Shopify, and it's going to install an extension pack of Ruby LSP as well. And basically this is just going to give us some syntax and Ruby language snippets. So hit install on this and then trust the publishers and install. So once that's done, the next extension that we're going to install is called Ruby Solargraph. So we're going to search up Ruby Solargraph, and this is going to give us code completion and IntelliSense. So as you can see, I already have it installed. So you're just going to hit install here, and it says it's a Ruby language server featuring code completion, IntelliSense, and inline documentation. So as you can see, it just gives you some snippets. If we look at this little GIF down here, basically just gives you what each function actually does, and it can autocomplete your code. So that's another cool extension. Another cool extension is just called Ruby on Rails, and this is essentially the same thing, but it's for Ruby on Rails and it's not for Ruby. So as you can see, it gives you some more snippets. It doesn't look like it has a gem, but as you can see, if you're like writing after create or after save, it's going to autocomplete for that. So that's pretty cool. And then the next VS Code extension that we need is called VS Code icons. And pretty much what this is going to do is just give you a pack of icons to make your application look better. So search up VS Code icons in extensions marketplace. You get this extension here and you just click install, and then you can set the file icon theme to VS Code icons, and then your icons are going to look like mine, as you can see in my application. So it's pretty useful. The next one is actually really good, and it's called Endwise, and it's a very simple extension, but pretty much what it does is when you are creating an if statement or anything that needs an end block in Ruby, it adds an end automatically. So that's going to save you some time. So add Endwise to your VS Code. As you can see in the GIF here, he writes do. So 1, 2, 3 map do, and then it automatically adds the end so that you're never making the mistake of forgetting to add the end, which is pretty useful. And then the next extension that we need is called ERB formatter, and essentially this extension does what it says. It formats your code, or at least it helps to format it. So as you can see, it's going to be using the HTML beautifier gem, so we're going to need to install that as well. But essentially it just formats your code like I showed you in the beginning of the video, so that when you auto save you can actually format the code. So we're going to need to install gem install HTML beautifier so we can install it globally. So let's just go to our server and let's go to the root of our terminal and just run gem install HTML beautifier, and as you can see it's been installed, so that's going to work. And then what we have to do is go to settings.json and add this code so that it does editor.format and save true, and the editor.default formatter is this one. So we can do that now, and you can go to the settings.json by clicking on control comma. It'll bring you to the settings of VS Code, and then in the top right, as you can see, it says open settings.json. And so as you can see, I already have it in there. I say editor.default formatter is reborn-x Ruby, but for ERB files, the editor.default formatter is this one that we just installed, and then for Ruby files, it is RuboCop. So change your settings.json to make this actually work. Make sure to add editor.format on save if you want to format when you save the file, and make sure that you have this. And then obviously the next extension that we need is RuboCop, and this is essentially just going to format our Ruby files. So go ahead and install RuboCop, and then if we look at the documentation, it tells you how to get it up and running. You can run RuboCop inside your terminal and it'll tell you all the offenses in your code. You're going to also need to run gem install RuboCop in order to get this working. So run gem install RuboCop, hit enter, and then it should start to work. Then just to make sure we have HTML beautifier, we're going to search up HTML beautifier inside of the extensions marketplace where it says format ERB. This is the actual gem, so you need this one just as a precaution. I'm not sure if you actually need that one, but I installed it anyway and it seems to be working for me. And then finally, the last thing that we're going to do is make it so that Emmet is working. So we're going to go to control and comma, back to settings, and then inside of settings we're going to search up Emmet. And by the way, if you don't know how to get a settings, you can just go to file, or no, sorry, you can just go to settings down here and go to settings, or you can just click control and comma, and then inside of here we're going to search up Emmet, and then inside of here we can go down and we can scroll down all the way to where it says Emmet trigger expansion on tab, and it says when enabled Emmet abbreviations are expanded when pressing tab, even when completions do not show up. Let's go ahead and I'll just demonstrate what this actually means. If you tick this, that means we can just go to one of our ERB files or any HTML file. And then inside here, what we can do is we can basically just say hashtag code, or we can just say .code. And then if I hit tab, as you can see, it creates a div with class of code. So that's really all it does. There are more things to it, like for example, you can do hashtag code, and then it's going to create a div with an ID of code. So yeah guys, that's how to set up your VS Code for Ruby on Rails development. If you like this video, hit subscribe or hit like, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.